Sometimes we are interacting with people,
Yeah,
and in any relationship, there's a lot of listening to be done.
yeah.
When we are doing the listening, frequently what the other person says,
Okay, just stop 1 second. As she's talking, I want you to listen to her language, whether it's cause or effect language, just for the sake of it. Carry on.
when we are listening to the person, very frequently we go into effect, as in whatever the person says, especially 90% of the time it is negative. So when
Okay.
we hear negativity, it tends to pull us down. How do we deal with that?
Okay. First of all, how did you come to the figure of 90%? And notice she said, whenever we talk about negatives, it tends to pull who down? Us. Are you talking on behalf of everybody?
Okay, it tends to pull me down.
Whenever there's something that we're in effect of, we will never say me. Generally, people don't do that. When it's something great, we'll say, you know, I've done really good, I'm really happy, I'm so cool, life is so great. But when it's bad, we say, you know, no, the world is a terrible place and people feel really bad about things in their life. Us, we disassociate. So repeat your question again.
When we are listening to people, when I am listening to people and I hear negativity, it pulls me down. So that is going into effect. How do I deal with that?
Do you believe that negativity?
Sometimes it is circumstantial for the other person. So I didn't understand. What do you mean, do I believe that negativity?
I mean, for you to get affected, is there some level of belief in what they're telling you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
There has to be.
So let's say, for example, you were in cause and someone said something negative to you and you were in cause. You decided that no matter what happens, I will create. What would you normally, what could you do to make that negativity disappear if you had to create?
In that case, probably work on the other person's life, as in help the person or suggest something.
Give me an example. What would you do? Give me a situation.
For example, somebody comes and says, oh my God, I'm going through this, or my husband is seeing another woman, or this, that, etc. We do not have control over the other person's husband. We do not have control over, we don't have control over the situation, but the person wants to share.
So someone's coming to share with you their life and it brings you down.
Yes.
Why are you listening to it?
Relationship.
Okay, let's say you're listening to it. What could you do if you were in cause to her or to that person? Can you help her? How?
You can try and pep her up and probably make her look at the same situation in a different way.
Okay, great. So you could help her help herself. Yeah, that's what you mean. You can't help her.
Yeah. She needs to make the change.
So you could do something that you could put her into cause mode, right? That's the only thing you can do. When someone says to me that, you know, I really helped someone, it's rubbish. No one can help anybody. What you can do, you can change their state. You can make them cause. You can't help people. If someone comes to you and says, you know, I'm really feeling bad about my life and this is happening with my husband, this is happening with my wife, what can you do? You do nothing. You can say, yeah, your husband's a real bastard. Yeah, you can do that. Or you can say, you know, this is my advice. But ultimately, what you've got to do is you've got to take them to cause. By asking questions that we're going to ask now. What has to happen for you to feel happy? What has to happen for you to feel empowered? What has to happen for you to feel this way? These are rules, by the way.